Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar with your favorite virus investigations, ladies and gentlemen, where I can choose to be a nerd all day and night. And ever since the beginning of the series, I've always gotten one simple request. Protogent Antivirus. Now, being an antivirus software, I guess you could sort of change this from virus investigations to antivirus investigations, ladies and gentlemen. I guess because I'm Indian, it's definitely got to be. I gotta definitely analyze the premier Indian antivirus software. मुझे पता है भारत के बहुत मुझे पता है भारत के अंदर बहुत अलग किस्म के programs होते हैं. मुझे पता है वहाँ से scams भी बहुत आते हैं. So I figured maybe I'll cover it, okay? I understand that's where a lot of scammy stuff comes from. And hey, if you ever need me to call one of them up, trust me, I'll be your double agent for all it's worth. I hate those fucking scams too. I get them all the time, and I don't like dealing with them. But this isn't about just any average scam. And frankly, this isn't really even about a scam at all. But this was a giant meme. They had rap music created, and they basically copyrighted an already existing character if we're going to be totally blatantly serious in any situation. But Protogent is a company by Uninstall Systems, which is dangerously close to uninstall. If you're designing a software company, you don't want that distinction, just letting you know real quickly. This is a antivirus software out of India with its premier antivirus engine, and for all it's worth, it's pretty much like every antivirus that we've seen. But what makes this one special? Of course, it's not only the memes to it, but of course it's from a part of the world where a lot of computer scams do come out of. And the nature and the quality of such a virus is to be considered. Do I believe India can make an amazing virus? Hey, if they can turn Gajni into an amazing 3D video game, I'm pretty sure they can come up with an antivirus in any way, shape, or form. But today's lesson, sort of, and it's all wrapped around a lesson, of course, is actually trying to figure out how to even find your antivirus in the first place. There's a lot of antiviruses out there, and I get this question all the time, like which antivirus should I use? And for me, there's always a test that I put antiviruses through in any situation. First of all, the antivirus has to do two things. Number one, actually detect threats. So when obviously you're running your antivirus software, if something does contain a virus, it should obviously tell you that a threat exists. And if it can detect that, that is a good thing. But beyond just detecting threats, which almost any antivirus can do, because what antiviruses do is essentially just check any issues or any weird calls that sort of a program can bring up. But one of the biggest things that an antivirus can in fact do is make sure to detect how many false positives it rules out and how many it rules out properly. See, false positive is a term that you might hear a little bit often, and that's because false positive essentially just means what it is. Basically, the antivirus software has detected something to be malicious, but it really isn't malicious in the first place. And that's kind of what Protogent is in the first place too, or any potentially unwanted program too, a pup that we've looked at before. A lot of these fall into the categories of false positives. See, computers are inherently stupid. If you've ever done any computer science course, any professor has probably told you computers are what they are. They're stupid. While computers don't often make mistakes because it's just mathematics and it's applied in the exact same way over and over again, computers don't have the ability like human beings to tell things beyond a surface value. So whereas me and you can look at a shady alleyway and say, maybe I don't want to go down that alleyway. You know, maybe there's a big surprise waiting for me at the very end, a surprise that I may not be wanting to experience. See, a computer will look down a dark alleyway, probably compute, maybe I should go down there, maybe there's a treasure. And boy, oh boy, do they get the cornhole surprise supreme. Human beings, a little different. We're smarter, or at least we have that process of thinking at a higher level. We have that consciousness. We have that ability to understand. So when an antivirus engine works, yes, there are some antivirus engines that are superior, but because they've been programmed to be that way. See, let's assume that a program needs administrator privileges to manipulate files, right? Let's assume that a program is making a call to do that. Many programs have a legitimate reason for doing so. But let's assume that an antivirus looks at a program that is looking for those calls or is looking to call upon that A bad antivirus program will definitely call it up as a virus, but it will call it up for the wrong reason if that program is inherently used for a proper thing. But a good antivirus software will detect that program, but it will look at definitely what has been called into a global database. It might even have some machine learning algorithms to properly figure out what is safe and what isn't, and decide to think that something is malicious and something isn't. See, False positives are a bad thing. If you're an antivirus software that can detect high threats, you also have to make sure that you're keeping false positives at a low. And that's where you get the balance of a good antivirus software. So for me, what I do with my computer is I run pretty much Bitdefender and Malwarebytes as a separate manual search if I have to. Run those two and you'll be fine. If you have Windows Defender, you're just as fine anyways. Microsoft's pretty top class with security as it is, especially nowadays. So really, you have really good free options out there. You don't need to go buy Semantic Norton or anything like that. You're fine with a lot of the free solutions. Yes, some of them have good packages and good features. I would definitely look into them, like internet security, for instance, or sandboxing your web browsers. But other than that, you're fine with the good antivirus, the good free antiviruses that are out there that are very popular, and they have definitely a lot of cloud support behind them. AVG, for instance, comes to mind. But this is all about Protogent. So being that we are looking into Protogent, ladies and gentlemen, lesson aside, let's go to our analysis, see what this program is, and then we'll come back and discuss all we need to about it afterwards. So as always, this is where we take the interesting part of the video, the virus in question, and actually examine it as always. And in this situation, I've got what appears to be Windows 10. Obviously, I'm using that as the basic front for everything. You can use Windows 7, you can use fucking 8.1, 10 is what I use, okay? Because 10 is just easy to get set up, man. Simple as that, okay? You want the simple explanation that I got for you? Windows 10 is a godsend to set up, okay? Not that any other Windows is difficult, but Protogent antivirus, we're running on that, okay? That's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen, that's just where it's at. So in this situation, what I'm going to quickly do is definitely get this virus up and installed, which I have. So let's just switch out over to the PC view real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Protogent Antivirus. The license will expire in 30 days. So I've just installed the software. In fact, it's already giving me security alerts. So, you know, that definitely is giving me some good signs. I gotta say, it's giving me some good signs. But in fact, what we're gonna do is definitely delete that real quick and just sort of dig around and see what Protogent can do. So one thing over here is the license will expire in 30 days for sure. You can buy the software, you can remind later, or you can activate now. So activating it takes you to this simple license registration form, but canceling it completely knocks me out. So what I'm going to do is actually start this one right over here. And it's got two programs for you, okay? So here you've got Protogent Antivirus, and over here you have something called like a crash-proof data loss prevention. Now over here you can see it, they're apparently in New Delhi by the Siddharth building and the Nehru place. Siddharth building, Nehru place. I can't, you know, switching between the languages like that sometimes, man. You gotta stick with all of it, okay? अगर तुम्हें बोलनी है हिंदी तो तुम्हें बिल्कुल शुरू से बोलनी होती है हिंदी. Otherwise, you fuck up and you mix it together. It's weird. But anyways, over here you got emails, you've got faxes, you've got telephones, all that stuff over there. And they've been here, of course, since 1994. So they're not old school. But this is version 12, and the product is licensed to Raj, okay? I'm not going to use my fucking real name for any of these VMs. Let's be serious, it defeats the whole purpose. But over here, you've got an overview. And of course, my system is protected. Already, it's done 68,678 files that has been analyzed. Being a fresh install of Windows, motherfucker, what? Have you checked? I don't know, but it's got real-time protection. It's got maximum protection. So, of course, you can see the condom is alive and well. Now, the update has been 25/07/2018. So, realistically, the update servers still work, meaning that this is a plausibly real antivirus software. Now, going to the settings over here, you've got things like code emulations, low-risk programs, anti-spyware, antivirus, enable system protection. Now, by the default, you have to swipe them to the left, so it's kind of confusing when you're going into this situation. But real-time detection is available. File size limit is 30 megabytes. You can scan your network shares as well, which is, you know, a nice thing. They've got rootkit detection, lower priority, archives, processes, registries, cookies. So all the kind of stuff that you see in major antivirus softwares anyways, it has. Now, if you look around over here, it's got definition servers. You've got USB vaccination modes, which is a common thing in everything. Basically, it isolates your USB peripheral, and it scans it beforehand, before allowing it access to your computer. Schedulers, logs, notification, passwords, and a license fee, okay? So, obviously, I'm running the trial license. Am I going to buy this software at all? Probably fucking not. I mean, this is a virtual machine after all, so who gives a shit? But if I guess update maybe? Actually, fuck it, there's no point in updating. You can actually download the packages for you already. So one of the things that I wanted to sort of check about with this situation for sure is how effective is this software? I mean, obviously, a lot of people consider this a potentially unwanted program. And we know that's a pup. That's something that people consider to be completely useless and false and non-existent. But to me, I always like to give a benefit of the doubt because chances are this could be a decent antivirus software. So what I've done is I've decided to go all the way out and just get a set of samples. So every sample that we've been looking at up until this point, I've actually packaged into a folder together. So that includes Petya, that includes Shurek, ransomware, Fortnite, well that's not really even a virus, Mr. Smile. Some of them are actually new, but we'll leave that where it's at. So I don't have CIH on this. I think I don't have that sample where I was going to, but this is the ransomware with Jigsaw, which should be in this situation. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to see if we can, yeah, here it is, scan with Protogen antivirus. So it just has a share tool right there. Now, right over here, you can see that it has actually failed this test. It did not scan Jigsaw's ransomware as legitimate. So scanned objects 1, clean threat 0, which means that it fucked up. But let's go to Petya, for example. Petya should be captured. Let's go over here and scan with Protogent. Scanned object 8. Petya is fucking free to go. Okay, let's try something like, wait, is it picking me? It's giving me alerts, but it's not giving me any reality. If you go to the logs, nothing has shown up. Let's try ransomware. Ransomware should show up. Ransomware has shown up as Win32 General File Coder 7E, which I believe is a general term for ransomware. I mean, it should have just listed ransomware, but file coder. So yeah, definitely looking at the ESET article, it scanned it for sure. And I just wanted to make sure the ransomware was a true reality when it came to this. Okay, so yeah, it definitely scanned ransomware as a plausible antivirus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore that. Or actually clean and back up. I guess you can back up the virus if you want to. So it did that. Let's try, I don't know, Shurek. Will Shurek work? Scan with Protogent. It failed the Shurek thing, but I feel like it's such an old virus that what the fuck does it matter? Let's try Fortnite.apk, right? Which is obviously that BS Fortnite application. Obviously it failed that. I mean, it didn't really have a virus to begin with. But I don't know. Let's try maybe PC Optimizer Pro. Is it gonna what's gonna happen if I give it another antivirus that's been treated as a giant meme? Is it gonna tell you it's a PUP? No, it fails that obviously. I think Mr. Smile might pass through. This is one of those creepypasta viruses. That actually passed through. So already you can see that the antivirus tools that I use on my legitimate system, my actual hypervisor, are leagues more effective than this little solution right over here. So right now off the bat, I can tell you that Protogen 360 isn't bad because it is a legitimate antivirus. It's just fucking not detecting a majority of it. Up until this point, it's only detected 1 when there should have at least been 3, maybe 4 detections out of it. So it has a 25% success rate within the given samples that we've given it, which are definitely found by every other bit of antivirus engine that I put through. A more known antivirus engine. So this is Protogen's actual website, which comes with a toll-free number. It comes with all the stuff that you can buy. So you can get a business class version of their AV. You can get a bunch of stuff. And the prices are actually pretty, I guess, okay. If these are just simple 1-year maybe memberships. So here you have $15 or 750 Indian rupees. $25 for the total security solution, or $40 fucking dollars for the complete one, which is 2000 rupees मांग रहे हैं उसके लिए. I don't really agree with that. But 5 million satisfied customer. They're a Microsoft certified partner. Again, I don't know how legitimate that could be, but apparently it passed through. These are the first guys I've seen that have a Pinterest account, for crying out loud. But they've got some customer reviews, and we're going to read the customer reviews, okay? So this is by Stephen Armitage. I don't know if that's supposed to be a Shadowrun reference, but okay. When I bought my new laptop, getting an antivirus for it was my major concern. After an extensive search for good antivirus, I got to know about Protogen 360. On comparing its feature with other products, I finally zeroed in on Protogen 360. I may say it is a great product, amazing scans. I just love its auto-update feature. I would recommend it to everybody. Even an amateur can use it. I mean, it's an antivirus software. Let's relax here. You're not fucking coding from assembly. Okay, Jesus Christ. They've got surveys, they've got blogs. So you know, if you wanna earn bachazar, you can, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking go ahead and do it. But they've got live support, ladies and gentlemen. Live support for sure. And I think I'm going to give these guys a call on their toll-free number to see exactly what it's kind of like in India. So let's give it a shot, maybe. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? It failed again! Dude, the number's deactivated. Oh, shit. Oh my God. Doesn't work at all. All right. Am I shocked? Not really, ladies and gentlemen. Not at all. But I think that's really all we can look at with Protogent, ladies and gentlemen. Would I trust this antivirus engine? Well, that I think we're going to have to answer when we get back to the main video, dude. God damn. It doesn't even work. So that was Protogent, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely made that call. Did not work as well as I expected. But the program was, as you saw it, you know, of course, all the memes aside, I wanted to give it a fair assessment, right? And I think I gave a fair assessment to everything that it was worth. It, to me, in our, I guess, experiment, it had a 25% success rate. Actually, we'll knock that down to 15% because some of those folders that I was scanning in Protogent had more viruses than what they were just labeled as. So it was one that failed far too much for it to even be viable, ladies and gentlemen. While it definitely did get recent updates for sure from this year, there is absolutely little to no support that is available for such an antivirus, which is a bad thing in the first place. You can see I couldn't get a call. The tech support that was text-based wasn't working for me, and the virus definitions clearly didn't work because they weren't detecting well-known viruses that every other AV engine can detect. Now, the actual tools that are present inside it are decent, you know, the tools that they've given you, like real-time scanning, a lot of the rootkit analyzation, they're all decent tools. The problem is, the fucking program can't detect the virus for those tools to be effective. So, ladies and gentlemen, for $40 for the complete security package, I have to say I cannot support Protogent until the company provides some very, very, very impressive definition updates, and frankly, if they can actually return a call or have a decent call center active, in India of all places, come on now, and again, have up-to-date definitions, have up-to-date everything, then maybe I'll give it a chance. But right now, would I recommend Protogent to defend your computer? Probably not. So unless they, until the day that either they can wrap better, or program better, or defend your fucking computer better, whether you be a business or personal use, I do not support Protogent, ladies and gentlemen, but that was our analysis right there, our antivirus analysis. And actually, we'll take a look back at the darker, malicious side of computer viruses, ones that require a little bit more condom usage than you would expect, especially when it comes to your prized files and folders. So I figured because of the actual nature and progress, I'll do this extra in Hindi. Why not? You know, let's mix it up. So अगर आप लोग को ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा, like, comment and subscribe. अपनी चीज़ों की हिफाजत रखें, अपनी फाइल फोल्डर्स की, सब जो बहुत कीमती चीज़ें हैं, सावधान रखे रहें अपने कंप्यूटर के साथ, सावधान रखे रहें, अलर्ट सब कुछ। मैं हूँ अनस और मैं आपको बाद में मिलता हूँ।